Good morning. Welcome back to G&H Honey Bees. It is Friday the 14th of June 2024 and we are being sort of hammered by another Arctic outflow for some reason that I don't understand, and it's only about 12 or 13 degrees Celsius, which is about 55 degrees Fahrenheit. But I didn't get a chance to get at these girls yesterday, and I want to give them a oxalic acid treatment because I know they have mites. And this box here, this is Hive 1, has a honey super on it, and I have to remove that honey super in order to do the treatment. So I'm going to lift it and the inner cover off and set them down on the side, cover the top, and then I'll do the treatment. But another thing I want to check for is this is the colony that I put the new queen in the cage, and she was released 3 days after I put her in there, and so I would like to make sure she's mated and see if she's laying. So hopefully with this overcast and a bit of rain, they aren't too ugly. So let me get this opened up and we'll have a look. So I've got them open, and so far they aren't too bad. They seem to be nice and calm. So I'm going to have a look through these top frames and see if I can find that new queen and see what she looks like. And when I find her, I'll bring you back. Okay? So I've gone through every frame in this colony, and I see no evidence of that queen, whether she's mated or unmated. So I really don't know what to make. This colony has been very hard to read. I know they've had unmated queens in here already, and they've disappeared, and this one seems to have disappeared as well. The good thing is I didn't find any cells with eggs of any kind, multiple or single eggs. So there's not a laying worker situation just yet. I'm going to give them probably until next Wednesday, because that's when this Arctic outflow is supposed to dissipate, and we're supposed to have some nicer weather then. So I'm going to give them an oxalic acid treatment anyway. So I'll show you a little bit about what I got going on here. So I've got the honey super over there. Can't treat with honey supers on with oxalic acid because it'll get into the honey. So I've just taken the lid off of this colony and just stuck it over the boxes here to help keep the fumes in. And let me get you set up here. Oh, my back's hurting. I have my homemade vaporizer here. This is an iron pipe nipple. There's a cap like this on the bottom, nice and tight, and then I've got a diesel engine, whatever they call it, preheater, and it's just connected to a 12-volt battery, and I've got some muffler wrap strapped around that to help keep the heat in, and I've got this cheap meat probe thermometer, which is going into a hole in the side of the pipe nipple, and then of course I've got the copper tube coming out to eject the vapor into the colony. So I just got to wait for this to heat up, and when I get ready to give them the acid, I have the extra pipe caps and I have my measured amount of oxalic acid in there. That just screws onto the top, and I stick the copper tube in through this hole in the back, I'm using drywall plugs. These little drywall plugs just to plug the holes. I know some people use golf tees and that sort of thing, but these just screw in, they stay in, they won't fall out. So when this is heated up to the temperature, I'll bring you back and I'll show you how this one is done. Oh, but first, now if I didn't, this colony doesn't have a honey super on it, so I cover the air vents with a little bit of towel. That'll help keep the oxalic acid in. And then I can just, with this wand set up, I can just go from box to box and give them a treatment. It's really quick and fast, so I'll be back when this is ready to rock and roll. Alright, the wand is just about ready to go, so I'm going to don my gas mask. I have the approved filters for oxalic acid, and so I'm just going to put this on. You may not hear me too clearly after this, so maybe just have to watch and see what I do. Alright. I'm just keeping that upside down so the acid doesn't fall out of the cap right away. Put that through there, turn it over. Alright, you can see vapors coming out. That one should be done, so I'm going to move on to the other one. I don't have a very good tight seal on this mask for some reason. So this has got to heat up for a couple of seconds. I'm going to start my 10-minute timer on that one. Alright, this is ready to go. So that should be done. Yeah. I put on a glove to undo those caps because they're pretty hot once they do that. And I'll screw the plug back in. And
that's done. So I'm going to give the nuke at the far end a quick shot. I'm not going to give them a whole full treatment, probably a gram, because they have a nice big mated queen in there. And she just started laying, so I'd like to get the mites out before they get capped off. So I'll be back in a minute.
That nuke is done, and I've got everything put back together the way it was, but yeah, I don't know what to do with this colony just yet. Like I said, maybe Wednesday next Wednesday I'll have a look at them and see if there's a queen in there. If there's not, I have the resource nuke down at the far end there. They have a mated queen. I can put her in a cage and I'll put her in here and see what happens. But so far they haven't shown any signs of laying worker, which I don't know what to make of, because they've been kind of queenless for a while. And the sun has come out for a little bit here, and they're flying again. And the wild blackberries are just starting up. But we've had some high winds. The blossoms that were out were all blown off by the high winds. So, but they're just starting, and within a week, I would say we're going to have full-fledged blackberry flow. So if we can get past this next Arctic outflow quickly, and the sun comes out and stays out for a while, we might actually get some honey. So anyway, that's all I have for today. I will talk to you again in the next video, so I'd like to thank you all for watching, and keep on watching. I'll be making more. Bye for now.